Yo, hello, howdy. What's good, my people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing this beautiful Friday morning or afternoon or evening, 29th of September 2023? Yep. How are you guys doing today? Trust you guys are doing good. Okay, so we are here live and direct for the Q&A session this Friday, 29th September. And of course, we are going to be discussing anything and everything trading, right? So Q&A session for today. And I would like to talk a bit about the trade management techniques. How do you manage your trades? What techniques do you use? But before I do that, for those just joining us for the first time, who are new to this, my section for the first time, my name is Tolu, and I'm a trader, an analyst, and a coach. And we are here to share information that could be beneficial to you and also myself, right? So I've also been trading for over 10 years now. And then also I have been privileged to work for a few brokers and now run my own trading academy, right? That's about it. And we are here to talk about trade management techniques Q&A session. So don't forget our Fridays, we use it for Q&A. So if you have any question, then feel free to comment. Great. So I would also like to start the question for the day, and that is, what trading techniques do you use? I repeat, what trading techniques do you use to manage your trades? Trade management. Do you just place a trade and just leave it open and be like, whatever happens? Or do you place a trade and then do you manage it? How do you manage it? Do you manage it too closely? Or do you give it some room to breathe? These are very key questions that we all need to answer. Okay, so I'm going to wait for you guys to start commenting. So I'm sure that you guys are here with us. And I can see some of you already popping in and commenting. It's indeed a pleasure having you guys here. What's your trade management technique? Let us know. Hello, IND. I can see you. How are you doing today? IND. If you have any question, feel free to ask as well. How was your trading week, by the way? Mine was just there. I noticed that there were a lot of failed levels this week. Not sure whether you noticed that as well. There were a lot of failed levels this week, right? Some of them you can spot that they're going to fail. Some of them will just run through without even giving you an entry. But then the little trades that we got that won took care of the little losses as well. And I believe I showed you guys my pound sterling trade from, I think, 2 days ago or so, or maybe it was even yesterday, right? So how was your own trading? Let me know. And then if you have any question, please let us, if you have any question, let us know as well. Somebody is saying I should check my audio, but I believe my audio is good to go. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to continue to talk. I'm going to ask you a question or two. So for those that answer, then I know that you can hear. Because from my end over here, my audio is good to go. Right? So once again, I want to say thank you guys for joining me. I see more people are joining. Right? More people are joining. I'm just going to flip over the chat. So I'm sure that at least once you see things moving, it means that I have already said the conversation, and then I'll wait for you guys. Can you guys hear me? It's just after 6 a.m. here, and somebody else said I am not hearing anything. Oh, wow. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to continue to talk. I just checked on it, and of course, my audio is good. I just checked on it. So if you're not hearing, kindly restart it. Kindly sign in and out. Kindly re-log in. If you can't hear, I'm going to type it out. And if you can hear me, kindly type out that you can hear. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to continue to talk, and if within a few minutes you still say you can't hear me for one reason or the other, then I'll just log out and go back to bed. Right? Okay, so how was your trading this week? The market is the market. It does what it wants to do. You can't force it. The only thing you could do is to go with the flow. And then once you go with the flow, you accept the outcome of the trade, and that is the truth, right? Jimmy Sharp, can you hear me? If someone can hear me, you need to at least, it's a call and response, right? Don't just type what you want to type. I need feedback if you can hear. But if I answer your question, right? If I answer your question, then how do I know that you would hear what I just said? So please, if you can hear me, or at least you see what I typed, then reply. Can you hear the speaker? So I would need feedback from you. And if I don't have any feedback, I'm going to sign out, right? Then I can probably go back to bed. I don't trade Fridays, for those that already know. And as I don't trade Fridays, it's more of a relaxing day for me. I try to go out and do other things, try to reach out to family and so on, right? So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm just going to continue to do like a freestyle. I'm going to continue to talk and engage, and then hopefully somebody can respond, right? So don't forget the calendar. This is the calendar that we always talk about, that before you start doing any trading whatsoever, check the calendar. Friday, September 26th at 1:30, we just had news for the CAD and also for the dollar, right? And I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to refresh this. There you can see the outcomes over here. So you can see, right? So this is the news for Friday, September 29th. And of course, Saturday, we're not trading. The market is not going to be opened, but we're going to still have news for China, right, at 2:30 a.m. So all of this is the calendar for this week, right? So with that said, I've just done a little discussion. Let me see that you guys can. Thank you. Ashley said, yeah, I can hear you. Thank you, Ashley. So if one person can hear, then that means that every other person should be able to hear. So at times I don't know why people say they can't hear, and then somebody says they can hear. If you can't hear, I just typed it out. I typed it out earlier. Kindly relog in if you can't hear. So Ashley Montgomery, sorry about that. Ashley, how are you doing today? Tell us where you are connecting to us from. And if you have any question for us for today, kindly type it out as well. So I'm going to use Ashley or any other person that can hear as a form of two-way communication. So as I ask the question now, I hope I'll get a good feedback on time. I hope I'll get feedback on time so that every other person knows that there is a conversation already going. But if they can't hear, then they know that it is from their own end. So I'm going to wait for Ashley or any other person that can hear to just ask a question of the day. Remember, today is Q&A session. Ask questions about trading. Ask me whatever questions, and then we would answer them together. So I'm going to wait for the feedback on that. And if no feedback that some people can hear, but they're not responding, then I'll just sign out and then go and do something else. It is indeed a free session, so I hope you will not be angry because I'm not getting any feedback from anybody. And if I don't have any feedback, then I might as well just take my leave and go back to bed. It's just 6 a.m. here, right? And I'd like to get a few more shut eyes if possible. Okay, So let's go back to the charts and looking at this, I'm just going to show you as the index 1 hour, as that's what I normally use. This was an area here, this didn't hold, and then it dropped down to this other area here, and then this is where it seems to be battling with, right? I don't trade Fridays. If not, I'd have tried to take it higher back to this point here, but that is not my own cup of tea. So I'm just going to leave it and then wait till next week. And this is the USD index. You can also look at USD index on the daily time frame as well. Okay, still no feedback. If no feedback, and this is about 11 minutes after the hour, if no feedback, then I would like to say thank you to everybody, and we might as well call it a day, right? I have about 7,000 viewers here. I'm sure it's not only Ashley that Seth can hear. We should be able to have others that can hear as well. But if it's only Ashley that can hear and I can't see anything, any comment again from Ashley, then I might as well call it an early day. Well, it has happened before in the past, so of course it can happen again, right? And of course, if you have any questions, as I always say, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I'm at CSA Forex. I'm also on YouTube at CSA Forex. I just dropped a video today on YouTube, and I have some others that I'll be dropping in a bit, right? So I'll be dropping some more videos to help everybody out on different issues. And of course, we tend to meet here from time to time, talking about live market analysis, where we look at chat request, right? You request for a chat, and then we look at it together. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been a good one, right? This might as well be an early close, as I can't see any feedback from anybody, right? It's I definitely will not be talking to myself, right? I won't be talking to myself for long, right? I would have loved also have talked about trade management techniques to find out how you guys manage your trades, and then from how you manage your trades, they will know if you're managing them the right way or you're not managing them the right way. Whatever the case might be, trade management techniques is what we should be discussing today based on the Q&A session. Right, on Fridays, it's more of a chill back, relax moment. I will try to use Fridays to just discuss the week, how the week was, and then I'll discuss other things as well. How is your risk management in the business? How is your risk management? That's also something that is very, very important. How is your risk management? How do you manage your trades? That's meant to be for today, and so on. Okay, so okay, I'm just gonna just do this for a few more minutes, because obviously I'm definitely talking to myself here. Okay, so from the longer term perspective, from the higher time frame perspective for the dollar index, we marked this one out already as a fake out, right? As a fake out. So the fake out over here based on this, so the fake out over here. But for this one, is this going to be another fake out? Is this going to be another fake out? Who knows? Is this going to be another fake out in this area here? Only time will tell, right? So it could be fake out, or it could push higher, right? Or it could go back inside over here. The week indeed has been a ranging week, has been a sideways market, right? So to say, and as it has been sideways, it's a thing of ranging, consolidating, and we try as much as possible not to go that route and do battle there. Okay, I can see a comment here. Let me just try and read it because I was about to sign out. Hayden Richardson said the dollar index is looking weird. Don't know if it's going up or down. Thank you, Hayden Richardson. That means that you can hear me. So if you can hear, okay, you are indeed right. The dollar index is looking weird, right? And of course, if you check on it on the hourly time frame that we did, or even check the weekly candle, if we check the weekly candle, you see that it looks pretty weird as well, right? And of course, as we just said on this consolidation that we can see in front of us, it's also looking very weird. And that's why whenever you have a sideways market, a ranging market, consolidating market, the best thing to do is to wait on the sideline until it breaks out, either to the upside or to the downside. It broke out to the downside sometime in June, and then we had it as a false breakout, right? As a fake out. And then now it's doing the same thing, but this time around it's doing it at the top of the range, of the top of the consolidation. And then we asked the question with the FO question mark, is this going to be another fake out, or is it going to be a continuation to the upside now? Okay, and Keegan said, well, for me, I don't like trading on Fridays. Okay, great. So do you guys have any questions? If you don't have any questions, you might as well call it a day. I could get some extra sleep. It's just after 6 a.m. here. If I lie down on the bed for 1 more hour, then that will not be a bad thing for me. If I lie down on the bed for 1 more hour, then that will not be a bad thing. I'll feel better energized. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Gabriel Hunt said, I think this is a classic breakout and retest. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Scott Campbell said, yeah, it is best to wait and see. Okay, great. So we're going to wait and see based on this dollar index how it goes. Do you guys have any questions? What issues are you having in the business? What trading issues are you guys having in the business? Is it issues with stop loss? Is it issues with analysis? Is it issues with your emotions? Talk to me, guys. What trading issues are you guys having? Well, we're not really doing chat requests for today, but Cameron Fox, you asked for CAD JPY. Tell us the time frame you want us to check. What time frame for CAD JPY do you want us to check? I'll wait for you to comment with the time frame, and then we can look at it together. Yes, it is early at my place. And that's why, as I'm not getting feedback from you guys, I am ready to go back to bed. And I don't trade Fridays. And this is a free session. I'm not getting paid for this. And you guys are not responding. So I would be closing this definitely early. Okay, backtesting has not been easy for you. Okay, which aspect of backtesting has not been easy for you? Let me know so that I can help you out, because that is not a question. You just made a statement, Ashley. You said backtesting has not been easy for you. So let me know what aspect of the backtesting is not easy for you, and then I could shed more light on it. You could put it in a question format so I know how to jump on it. You said, especially when before testing the strategy I created, especially when before testing the strategy I created. Now you are confusing me, Ashley. Especially when before testing the strategy I created. If you created a strategy and you take it back in time, it will help you to know, right? It will help you to know whether the strategy is good for forward testing or not. Okay, so CAD JPY, you asked for CAD JPY on the 4 hours time frame. So let's just quickly do that for you. We're still going to be closing early as I'm not getting the feedback as I would have loved. So this CAD JPY on the 4 hours time frame, let's take this one out and then show you what I can see here. What I can see here on the CAD JPY 4 hours time frame, there's an area here of interest, this one. And of course, we have another one somewhere around here, right? And then you can see that it's an uptrend, right? As an uptrend, if you're looking forward to buying, then wait for price to come back here and then go up. There's an area here of resistance, support. So look for price to come back here on the 4 hours time frame as you mentioned, and then take it here. And at the same time, if you are a counter trend trader, then you have like a wedge-like pattern over here. And this wedge-like pattern, you can jump in where it is now, right? You can jump in over here to sell. So whether you're a buyer or a seller, right, you should know that you sell over here where it is now, and then you buy over here when it gets to this point. So pick your battles based on the type of trader that you are, a trend trader or a counter trend trader. And that is for the person that asked for CAD JPY. Cameron Fox, right? I wish you could also send me your chat. Send me your chats on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, right, at CSA Forex. And I'm going to type it out here. You can find me on Instagram at CSA Forex. I would like to see your chat as well. Let me see your chat, and then I could comment some more on how you are looking at it. Okay. Okay, Ashley said yesterday I was for testing a strategy and it wasn't work like it's supposed to. Now, how long have you been for testing that strategy? Don't forward test a strategy for 1 day or 1 week or 1 month. Forward test it for a while, because not all your trades are going to be winners. Not every strategy is going to be a winner throughout, and that is the truth. Okay, so also says so we can still expect the price to come down. Yes, for that cat GPY, yes, you can. Rod Fred said, sorry, can you bring the mic closer? The mic is practically connected to my mouth, and this is how we conduct this every day. So I'm not really sure why you guys are saying you can't hear me well, and some can hear me well. Okay, Ryan Watson said, I took a sell on GU and the price have been ranging. Should I get out? Let's have a look at the GU. Let us have a quick look at the GU. Let me clear this and then put GU up. I'm not sure what time frame you took on the GU. What time frame did you take on the GU that you said it is ranging? Because I can't see it's ranging here. But then don't forget, today is Friday. The market is gradually coming to an end now. Okay. Coral Edwards said, looks like a good trade to take on the long term. Okay, Samantha Ryan said, I'm going to add you up on Instagram. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Okay, Milan Odom said, how do you deal with the emotions in trading? Okay, when it comes to emotions and trading, your emotions normally they come or they hit you hard when you have losses. So it's the losses that makes the emotions to be all over the place. Why not reduce your losses, right? Now, I don't even care what the account balance is. If your account balance is $10,000 or $100,000, use 0.01. I repeat, use the smallest lot size so that when you even have losses, your losses will not affect you that bad, right? The losses will be very minute. It will be like a pinch, like a little pinch on your skin compared to somebody giving you a heavy blow, right? So there's a difference between the two. You don't want a big loss, you want a small loss. And then when you notice that you're having small losses from using the 0.01, because your emotions are still in check, you'll be able to find out what is working and what is not working. And if it's your analysis that is putting you in trouble, then you know you need to work on your analysis further. For your emotions also, I would advise that you have a trading plan. Have a trading plan and have a trading journal. Keep records of your winners and your losses so that after a while, you know when your losses occur. Maybe they occur on a Friday like this. So you start to avoid trading on Fridays, and then you trade more maybe on Tuesdays. Tuesdays when you have more winners. So when you trade on Tuesdays, the more you have more winners compared to when you have more losers. So your emotions are heavily attached to your losses, if you ask me. Can we please do an analysis on Euro USD daily to the hourly? Can you guys understand how long do you forward test a strategy then? How long do you forward test a strategy? For as long as you are comfortable with it. Anything from 3 months is good. I'll say 3 months because at least you must have gone through 3 NFPs. 3 NFPs is every month. 1 NFP is on a monthly basis. So anything from 3 months and above, and then you should be good with it. But the back testing already should help you to be comfortable with that strategy for you to forward test it. Okay. So anything from 3 months gets our Zimmerman, anything from 3 months is good to go. Okay. Let's see which other comments do I have here. I can hear you clearly now. Okay, thank you, Jessica Newman. I didn't do anything different, right? And you guys are saying you can hear me now. That means it's probably from your end, not from mine. Some can hear, some cannot hear. I don't know what to do. Annabelle said the pound is very strong to the sell side. Yeah, and you can see it in front of us. This is the pound over here. So it's more or less like on a pullback. Yeah, the pound should continue to drop. Fridays, I'm not going to trade Fridays. You need an entry, of course. And if you have an entry over here, then be my guest to jump on it. Friday market is usually quiet. Yep, indeed it is. Hazel Horatio said, true, the lower the lot size, the less you feel it. Exactly. So for you guys that are having issues with your emotions, your psychology, reduce your lot size, number one, and trust me, it will help you out. Even when you're having plenty losses, your emotions most likely will still be in check because your losses are very small. Okay, so Leo said, yeah, losses is what causes bad emotions in trading. Yes, indeed. Okay, so guys, try using small lot sizes. Small lot sizes equals to small losses. Okay, so try that out and then it will help you out. Gabriel said risk management is very important for every trader. Yeah, I did. Jeremy said, I do keep a lot of records, but I hardly go back to them. Good. So you know where your problem is. You don't go back to them. So you need to go back to them and then it will tell you. So you have a lot of information at your fingertips, but you are not making use of them. Jeremy Orlando, make use of them and then you will see improvements in what you do. Right? Guys, remember I said next week I have a free mentorship for the next week trading. I call it a trading room. It's on Telegram. For those that might be interested, that's the link over there. You can join me on the Telegram section. It's just for a few people. Let's just hang in there and then let's trade London and New York sessions. So you get to chat, you get to drop your charts as well, your graphs, and let me have a look at them. Let me see what you are seeing on different instruments. So it's going to be a place where we're going to be trading. I'll be dropping some trade analysis as well, right? You could call them signals if you want. I'll drop some trade analysis, some trade calls that we can look at together. Okay. Trading journal have really helped me as a trader. That's from Francis Best, which is good. It will become easier to identify how and where the problem is exactly. Using a trading journal is going to help you out. Okay, good. As I said, well, I do trade them per 6 months before I change. There's no need to change. Don't change. Use the same thing. If you're using the same thing back to back, you become better at it. And as you become better at it, you know when to use it and when not to use it. Because if you're changing every 6 months or every 3 months or every period of time, that will not work for you on the long term, right? Take note of that. That's for Stewart Grant. Oh, sorry, that's for Arthur Monroe. Okay. Stewart said 3 months is a long time, right? Yeah, 3 months is good. Because 3 months you must have gone through at least 3 NFPs, must have gone through a couple of CPI news, some key news, and you must have put your strategy to the test for testing at ease. Okay, Cedric said they should toggle their volume key on the app. It would adjust. Did you guys hear? Thank you, Cedric Warner. Adjust your volume from your own end. Okay, I don't like to trade Fridays, but lately they have become tradable. Oh, that's good. So if you feel Fridays are tradable, then be my guest and then continue to trade Fridays. Okay, so if you feel Fridays is tradable, then be my guest, continue to trade Fridays. Because that's why I said everybody should have a trading journal. When you have a trading journal, right? For you, Monday might be the best day to trade. For somebody else, it might be Tuesday. For another person, it might be Friday, and so on. So your own trading will be different from the other person, even if you're using the same strategy at the end of the day. Let's see. The problem with back forward testing is that it doesn't come out the way that you should as back testing. Maybe you are putting your emotions into the mix. When you're doing back testing, there's no emotion there. When you're doing forward testing, people's emotions are there and then they end up messing it up. If you do back testing for what you have already done for testing for, you'll see what I'm talking about better. Okay, Elroy said I have to use small lot size since I'm still learning. Yes, to that. How is the indicator you are creating? Thank you, Juliet Newton. Somebody remembered. Okay, I'm still on it. It's giving me some little headache here and there. So I'm taking my time. I'm still on it. I'd have loved to have packaged it up and then giving those in my mentorship group, because I'm going to have an exclusive mentorship group to end the year. That might probably be like for 6 weeks thereabouts to end the year, because we are around the corner for December, and before you know it, Christmas is in the air, and then before you know it, people start to trade less. But I want to do my final mentorship, and hopefully if the indicator is ready by then I'll share to everybody, and then to make your trading much easier and straightforward. Thank you, Juliet Newton, for remembering. Thank you. Cornell said, I don't like when I lose in the market. Nobody does, but you have to accept it. It's a part of life. If you look at your legs now, you probably have some scars here and there. It's part of life. You have scars from climbing trees, from falling, from soccer, from football, basketball, but it is part of life. Bill Joanne said, how do you know you are ready to move to more volatile pairs? Well, it's your preference. You can start with volatile pairs from the beginning, right? So it's not anything of after you have traded less volatile pairs, you can cross over to volatile pairs. Doesn't mean that that is how trading should be. You can start trading volatile pairs right from now. But we always advise, since you are new, take it slow and steady. And of course, the slow and steady could be what you could just fall back to and be trading throughout. Okay, let's see. Okay, Sebastian said, yeah, I would love to join. How do you assess market risk? Yeah, you'd love to join. I just dropped the link, and I'll drop the link a couple of times so people can see the Telegram group. There's going to be a trading room which I have opened. And if you guys are interested, you can join me there. Join me there, and it will be a place where we're going to be trading together. It's for free. You're not paying anything. Next week, we're going to be trading together. So join now, and I'll drop some information there when you join. Drop some nuggets here and there against next week's trading. So I'll drop some chats in the section, and then we'll kick off nicely before Monday. Okay. Can I trade volatile pairs from the beginning because I want to specialize on gold? Yes, Tiffany Max, I just said it. That's your preference. I know people that trade only gold, and then they've been able to handle only gold. So if you want to trade just gold, yes, you can. Okay, how do you manage your daily life activity with trading? Well, trading is more or less something that doesn't take up my life. Let's put it that way. When you say daily life with trading, trading doesn't take up my day. Let's put it that way. Like today now, I don't trade Fridays, and my time is about 6:30 a.m. here. That means that very soon, when I shut down, I'm going to go and do something else in my life. So it doesn't take up my time. So try as much as possible, Hamilton, not to be staring at the market for too long, right? Have a strategy on a time frame that allows you to check at intervals, maybe on an hourly time frame or 4 hours time frame or daily time frame. Give me more information on how you trade, and then I could give you more insight as to how to be looking at the market so you are not staring at it. Okay. Griffith Taylor said, but sometimes the market rejects the strategy, so I always have to use another to trade it. No. You use another, you are starting again from the beginning. How long have you been trading for, Griffith Taylor? How long have you been trading for? How many strategies have you been using? That is not the way to trade. You are supposed to stick to the same strategy continuously. I repeat, you're supposed to stick to the same strategy continuously. Do not move from one to the other, Stick to the same strategy, right? And then you'll see the benefits of it. The strategy, keep journal, and to help you to know when to trade and when not to trade it. That's all. Simple. Boom. You guys are just putting up a lot of comments, but no questions whatsoever. Adia Oliver said, what indicators are you building? What are the parameters? The indicator I'm building, right, is going to be an indicator first of all. Then later I'm going to turn it into an AA that will do the trading for me. I want to put it as an indicator and see how it alerts me to levels. Parameters has to do with my levels, how I see the market, right? So it's going to pick up my levels, right, of how I see the market for entry, right? And then that's what I'm focusing on for now, the entry levels based on how I see the market, based on my price action, support, and resistance, because we all see things from different angles. So I'm doing it based on how I see. So I'll obviously have an algorithm for that, parameters for that I'll put in, right? I tried using ChatGPT, but it's not doing that for me. If there's any indicator builder, if anybody here that builds indicators, then chat me up on Instagram, right? Let's hook up and let's see how we can build it together. Let me know. Okay, so Ovil ever said, are you having issues with the coding process? Yes, I am. I'm having some issues with the coding process, and it's a bit of a headache. I tried using ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is not even solving my problem as well. So that's where the challenges are. Okay, so if there's anybody that is into coding, you can chat me up on Instagram, and then let's see how we can maybe build it together, right? My trading style, my trading strategy is rather simple. That's what I call price action support and resistance from my own eyes is rather straightforward and straightforward because I don't like to complicate things. So if there's any programmer here, please chat me up and let's see how we can work on it together. Morgan said, well, the scars the market gives are more on the inside than outside. Ooh, funny. Life too has some scars on the inside, right? But then we move on, right? Maybe your pet passes away or your loved one passes away. That scar is on the inside, right? But then it heals, whether the scar or the injury is on the inside or outside, it's going to heal with time, and then you move on. So it's the same concept, it's the same analysis, right? Boom, 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 boom. Do you also notice that sometimes the market changes sessions? That's from Warner. Well, yes, of course, right? There are times when the market is trending and there are times when the market is ranging. You can check up on that as well. As an example, during Christmas period, during the holiday periods, the market tends to range. Even during summer as well. During summer period, the market tends to range. Then it could continue maybe its original direction or start a new trend at the end of the day. What about the pound dollar? Can I specialize on it only? Yes, you can, Justin Electra. Anybody, everybody, you can pick one instrument of your choice and focus on it. Well, for me, I'm a believer in less is more. Less is more, right? I'm a strong believer in less is more. Let's see. Shuali said, how do you know you have growth? Because you do all of this things, but you still feel like a scam. Okay, keep records. Your records will not lie. When you keep your records as your trading journal, it will let you know if you are growing or not. And of course, your account balance also will let you know if it is growing or not. Okay, so yeah, I believe there are a lot of people on this live as well. Monica, Emmy, I'm seeing new names that I haven't seen before, which is a good thing at the end of the day. So guys, don't forget, you can join me for next week's mentorship. It's a trading room Telegram. You can join me, and that's the link again. So once you join me there, just hit the link and then subscribe. It's a free section. I'm going to be holding it for just only 1 week, and that's next week. After next week, I'm going to be closing it, right? I'm going to be closing it. It's going to be a free section. I want us to trade together for London and New York, right? Let's trade together. I'll answer your questions there, help you to troubleshoot this. You also drop your charts as well for me to have a look at, and I'll look at them for you, analyze them as well. Okay. Jason said, are you only looking for levels and nothing else for you to consider? Yes, for now. I'm looking at levels because the market, let me explain it this way. Price action, support, resistance, supply, demand, Bollinger Bands, name it, whatever it is, whatever indicators, is working based on highs and lows, right? Everything works based on highs and lows. Let me show you an example. This here is a low, this here is a high, this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, a low, a high. So I want the indicator to be able to pick out highs and lows, specific highs and lows like this. And then once it picks it up like this, then I want to see it. That is the indicator, because the indicator is not going to do the trading for me. It is the robots, the EA, that will do the trading. So I want to create it, first of all, as an indicator. And when I'm happy with it, picking the levels, because I don't want a robot that will be giving me too many bugs. This best indicator gives me bugs early, because repainting also could be an issue for indicators and even robots. So I want the indicator, first of all, and then when it can pick out my levels based on my parameters, as you can see, the lows and highs, and the lows and highs could be small, could be high, right? And I've seen a lot of indicators already, but they're not picking them. but I want mine to pick them based on specific information. It could be based on candle counts or whatever the case may be to pick the highs and the lows, right? So when I get that done, then I'll be the one to place the trade myself. So it will be a thing of, instead of drawing all these horizontal lines, even drawing Fibonacci, drawing all those things myself, it will now be a thing of, it draws it by itself, and then I simply just what? I simply just place the trade based on those parameters, right? So that's it. So don't forget, if you are a coder, are you coding the instructions yourself? Yes and no. I use ChatGPT, then I used a bit of my head, then I used a bit of MQ5, the website, to try and figure it out, but it's still giving me issues. So as I said, any indicator coder in the house, please chat me up on Instagram, please, and we can work on it together. Okay, so let me go over the remaining comments. Maybe we should call it out instruction by instruction. ChatGPT has that issue of not understanding what you type. Yeah, I kind of figured it out, and I also tried doing that small, a bit code by code. I didn't put all the instructions in one place, but I'll try that again. I'll keep on trying. That's the thing with coding, right? There will be a lot of bugs, errors, and all. You have to keep on, fixing this, doing this, and so on. Let's see. Is gold a safe haven asset in uncertain times? Yes, it is indeed. Investors tend to rush to gold when there is uncertainty, like war and like inflation and a whole lot of things. Investors rush to gold. Boyd, yeah, it's going to help either way. You just have to let time do its thing. Oh, okay, don't really understand that. Okay, it's easier to read the market when you've made it a habit. Giles Blake, that's indeed true. Stick to that strategy, make it a habit. Improve on that same thing. Don't run away from that strategy to another one. You're just starting all over again. And ask yourself, how long have you been trading for? If you keep on doing that, then trust me, you're just going to be elongating your time and causing more frustration for yourself. Okay, so pick one strategy and grow with it. That is what Paige Benjamin said. Pick one strategy and grow with it. And then you will see the outcome at the end of the day, right? You will see the outcome, the result at the end of the day. Okay, so with that said, I think we can gradually close this, we can close the chapter. And I want to say thank you guys for joining me, right? Don't forget, if there's anybody who is into coding, indicators, EAs, please reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram, because nobody typed anything that they know how to do that. But if you send me a chat on Instagram, I would see it. Then, of course, I would reply, and we can start the conversation there, and we can build it together, right? Because it's based on my own strategy, right? So if nobody, then I'd like to say thank you guys, thank you. And then we can call it a day now, right? We can call it a day, and then I'll see you at another time. Not really sure when that will be, but then whenever that time is, we will see and we'll get to talk some more. Okay? Thank you. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Try as much as possible to have some fun. Try as much as possible to reach out to loved ones. It could be family or your friends. Try as much as possible not to drink and drive, right? Fall is already upon us and winter is coming. Try to stock up with things that will keep you warm for this winter, right? It's about 9 degrees here this morning. So of course it's a bit chilly here. And of course we are gradually entering winter. So not something I'm a big fan of, but hey, we signed up to it, for it, and we're gonna make the best use of it. Okay, thank you guys. Enjoy the weekend. You need anything, chat me up on CSA Forex. You're interested in joining the Telegram group Trading Room, right, where we trade together. That's the link once again. Use it to connect, and I'll see you guys at another time. Goodbye for now. Cheers.